right. Our chip leader at this point, Tom Hall. Not a professional poker player, but he's got well over $4 million now in chips.
Freddy Deeb in second place right now. And actor Nicholas Gonzalez in third place.
That's right. Nicholas Gonzalez did a series called the OC, among others, playing very good poker so far. Let's go to the table. Here we go. Action on Tom Hall. He quickly folds. Now Freddy Deeb with a 10-4.
Now he's got the highway patrol hand.
200.
He's going to make it 200,000 with that junk hand.
Well, Vince, this is playing your opponent. You feel like you're up against a pretty tight opponent. You can raise with these kind of hands and pick up these pots. Freddy Deeb understands that. He knows Nicholas has played pretty solid so far at this final table. Why not take advantage of that?
I'm going to try to get Phil Ivey to wear that shirt on the final table one day.
And there are the dastardly Deebs. They're all wearing the same shirt. Now, interestingly enough, they're wearing the shirt because their idol, Freddy Deeb, actually wore that shirt at the final table in Tunica. They like the shirt. It's an interesting, loud shirt, but nevertheless, they like it.
Well, Vince, he didn't win in Tunica, so maybe that's why he's not wearing it tonight.
Okay, he's not wearing it tonight. He might be disappointed. Let's go to the table. Freddy Deeb has raised it to 200,000 with a king 10.
He's on the button in position.
Nicholas Gonzalez going out.
Cool.
And Tom Hall with just an 8 deuce is going to call this.
Well, I am shocked by that. This guy's played extremely tight so far at this final table and finally calls a raise with an 8 deuce offsuit.
Well, he's in the big blind, figures he'd gamble, but this is bad. Freddy Deeb hits 10s and aces. Action's on Tom. He's going to check.
Now, Freddy checks right behind him.
Oh, boy.
Now a 9 comes off. Well, again, Tom checks.
Not going to fall into any traps, it looks like.
300.
Well, Freddy Deeb's going to bet 300,000.
And Tom with his
How much is it?
nothing hand is saying, how much you got left?
Wow. Well, Vince, there's no way he's going to call this bet. He's either going to move all in or throw it away.
Tom,
He's got no hand and no draw, as we say.
but he might have guts. Who knows?
Well, guts may do it, but it may not here.
Ooh.
Well, he's going to lay it down, but seems like a lot of acting right there, Vince. This guy's not an actor. He's a businessman. Lives in Hong Kong. Started the Asian Poker Tour. Looked like he was acting there.
You get me all excited and then you passed.
He was going to make a move, and it might have worked because this guy has played so tight so far
Didn't like that flop.
that he comes back over the top. Maybe Freddy puts him on 3 aces and is going to lay it down. We don't know. He was thinking about it, and he smiles. All right.
He should smile. That's an opportunity of a lifetime for her to capture a WPT title. He's got a great shot at it as the chip leader.
Okay. Into the Hollywood actor, Nicholas, and he goes all in with an ace-7.
Well, a nice all-in bet by Nicholas here. Ace-high figures to be the best hand over the 2 blinds.
Tom out, Freddy out with a 7-3. So Nicholas with a couple jabs there taking that pot.
Well, he's been an actor for 12 years, but what impresses me, Vince, is that he was an English major at Stanford, he studied at Oxford, and he turned down an appointment at West Point. Vince, I would have loved to go into West Point when I was a kid.
Well, it only figures, Mike.
If you get the same hand right back, would you still go all in with it?
That hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, why would it be different?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Well, he learned how to play poker from his grandmother, so Grandma would be happy with that move. Stay with us, 3 players going after a title. We're coming back with more on the World Poker Tour.
Online tournament fees can add up quickly. Breaking news. Every tournament is rake-free for the month of April on WPT Global.
Huh. Where?
On WPT Global.
Why?
We are crazy. Sign up by clicking the link in the description and play tournaments with no fees at WPT Global. Use bonus code YT53 and we will match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
No rake. No fees. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable.
Well, Vince, the Vine Group's charity is one that helps educate children in poverty-stricken parts of Africa. Great worthwhile cause, led by Mekhi Phifer.
But right now, we are down to 3 players.
Vince, let me add that Freddy Deeb has announced he's donating half whatever he wins to the Vine Group charity.
Freddy Deeb with a 6-7 of spades. Gonna make a call here. Nicholas Gonzalez going out. And Tom Hall with 6-5. Not gonna raise, so we're gonna see a flop here.
Now flop comes king, queen, queen. A Picasso flop. All paint. Tom Hall checks.
100.
And Freddy's going to make a continuation bet of 100,000, even though he just has 7 high, and he's going to take down the pot. So Freddy playing like a pro, demonstrating that aggressiveness pays when you're playing no limit hold'em. Betting is what the game is all about.
Tom Hall shakes loose right there. And Freddy Deeb going after his second WPT title. You got to think this is his opportunity to make that happen. He's playing against an actor and an amateur player. They both play well, though. We'll see what happens. To the table we go. Nicholas with a queen 3. Quickly folds.
Now Tom Hall picks up Kojak. He's got king jack. In the small blind, he's going to raise it.
How much?
Yeah, makes it 290,000. And Freddy with a pretty good queen 10 of hearts.
Michael.
Well, he likes to see flops with this kind of hand, so he's going to make the call.
First 3 cards.
Now flop comes 9, 6, deuce, all different suits.
Helping neither player. And look at this. Tom Hall with just king high. Gonna blast his way through this pot.
This doesn't look like a flop that might have helped the guy that called a raise. Tom Hall's instincts right there. He takes down that pot.
And you see WPT champs J.C. Tran,
Nam Lee sitting there as well. Chino Ream.
the Grinder, all these guys rooting for Tom Hall.
Well, he lives in Hong Kong. Very athletic guy. Likes rugby, skiing. Fold this hand.
Yes, he does. King high folds. And now Freddy with an 8-5. Just calling. And Nicholas with the Doyle Brunson hand, 10 deuce of clubs. Content to see a flop. Here we go again.
Now flop comes queen, queen, deuce.
Nothing happening for Freddy, but he doesn't care. 100 grand.
Raise.
And Nicholas, who's hit deuces and queens, is saying raise.
He just doesn't believe Freddy's got a pair or hit a queen on this flop, so why not raise it with the queens and deuces? That's what he's doing. 300,000 is the bet.
You beat a deuce?
Freddy picked that off right away.
You beat queen deuce?
Freddy probably feels like if he came back over the top, the guy couldn't stand the pressure, but he's going to let it go and wait for a better spot to get his money in there. But that was a nice raise by the actor there, Vance. Nicholas Gonzalez coming over the top of Freddy to take down that pot.
He is glowing there because he knows his buddy Danny Masterson on the rail there, rooting him on. Very impressive when you can push out a quality player like Freddy Deeb in a major event like this. All right, Nicholas has a king-queen this time.
Well, this seems to be his favorite hand. He raises it with it every time, including here. Comes in for 300,000.
Yep, and Tom has to go out. And Freddy Deeb with a 4-5 also is going to muck.
So Nicholas Gonzalez on a little roll here, picking up some small pots, but he's coming up off the mat, closing the gap on the chip leader.
Well, he's impressive. I mean, he knows when to push, knows what he's doing. He would love to prove himself in the world of poker greats this evening and knock out Freddy Deeb and take home this WPT title, which has been won by the likes of Van Wyn last year, Adam Weinrob, Barry Greenstein, Alec Brennis, Phil Locke, of course, and Lane Flack. Some really great players.
All three of these guys trying to join that elite list. No doubt about it. Let's see which one does.
Well, Nicholas has folded Tom Hall, calling with just a 4-deuce. Interesting.
200 more.
Well, Freddy's got the 2 walking sticks. He's got a pair of 7s. So he's going to raise it 200,000 more. And Tom Hall again making a call with just a 4-deuce offsuit. I say again because he called a raise before with an 8-deuce offsuit. For a guy that plays as tight as he does, Vince, he makes some very marginal raise calls, in my opinion.
Gonna try to pull a Gus Hansen, but he does not connect there with that flop.
And it's come ace, queen, 9. Action's on Tom. And look at this, Vince. He is reaching for chips.
Uh-oh.
He's just going to try to steal this pot away from Freddy. And it might work as 3 overcards have come out there.
This is a bold bet.
Well, you can just tell that Freddy is puzzled by why this guy would lead out. You know, if he flopped a big hand, he's going to check to an aggressive player like Freddy and check raise him. And Freddy's just trying to put the pieces of this puzzle together.
Well, that is usually the case when a guy comes out after you've raised before the flop. That usually they're not that strong. They're trying to take the play away. But still, very tough call to make here with 3 overcards.
You just automatically assume that the guy's making a move at you, because why wouldn't he check raise you if he had a big part of that flop?
You got a bluff, huh?
Freddie could be onto this, he's saying.
Well, he could be on to advance, but make a call with 3 overcards out there is not easy to do. You've got to be a terrific player with terrific reads to make a call like this.
Freddie plays with his gut, and he's making an excellent call here so far.
Well, so far so good, Vince, but we've got 2 more rounds of betting to go. How much heat can Freddy Deeb stand here?
That's true. Very big pot building up here. Turn card coming up. Here it is.
Well, the 10 comes off. That'll be a scare card to both players because there's a possible straight out there. Tom is going to check, does not make the continuation bluff bet.
Well, he's fearful that Freddie called that
Check.
he's beat at this point.
Freddie's checking as well, and now a 7 comes off.
Wow.
Freddie has hit the slot machine. He's got 3 7s, and poor Tom has got to realize the only way he can win this pot is to bet at it. So he might try a bluff here, Vince.
Well, he is
It's the only hope he's got.
absolute roadkill at this moment, and
as we can see, that hope is very thin since Freddie just made trips on the river.
oh wow, he is betting $1 million. Got to respect him for this nerve.
Can you call 400 more if I raise you? I just made a set. I call you.
Oh boy.
Well, Freddie is just
I
making the call, and that's going to get the job done. Yes, there's a case that had Tom made the continuation bluff bet on the turn, I believe he would have won that pot. But I also believe that if a 7 didn't come on the river,
I was calling you with 2 7s. It didn't matter.
he probably would have won that pot, even though Freddie says I was calling you with
calling
just
with
2
2
7s.
sevens.
Hard to believe with all those overcards out there, he could make that call with just 2 7s.
Yeah, I don't quite believe Freddie right there, but what a brilliant call after the flop. Freddy Deeb looking like a superstar, going after his 2nd title. That's the call of the night.
That's all right, Tom.
Nice call, Freddie.
Freddie takes the chip lead right now with 3 players remaining. Stay with us. We're coming back with more action here on the World Poker Tour.
Ace 7 and folds on the button, rather surprising.
I call.
Yes, it is. And Deeb calling with a Jack 8.
Check.
Nicholas Gonzalez content with a 10-4 to see a flop.
Well, here comes that flop. Still can't believe Tom threw an ace away on the button. And an ace comes on the flop. It's come ace, jack, deuce.
Check.
Freddie's got 2nd pair and checks it.
Nicholas not falling into anything there. Checks as well. A 9 of spades on the turn.
Freddie now bets 100,000. Nicholas goes out, and Vince, Freddy Deeb wins this pot, but in my view, shouldn't have won the pot because I believe Tom Hall, or any other player for that matter, should raise on the button in a 3-handed poker game with an ace high. It figures to be the best hand, and if you're trying to win poker tournaments, hard to win them if you're throwing away ace highs with a 3-handed poker game.
I agree. Very routine, but doesn't do it. Comes back to haunt him there a little bit. Let's go to this hand. Freddy Deeb now with a queen 3 of clubs.
Well, he's going to limp in, make the call on the button.
Nicholas going out.
And Tom got a 9-6. He's happy to see a free flop here. Freddy Deeb has said he's going to donate 50% of whatever he wins to charity, so got a lot of rooters in the house for him tonight.
Well, there's the flop. It's 3 hearts. And right there, Tom getting a piece of that. Pair of 6s. But he's going to check. Freddie with nothing is going to bet.
Well, he's got a gut shot straight draw, but certainly not the kind of hand you want to play with. Well, Tom's going to call him with 2nd pair here.
100,000. And now the 4th heart comes out. Neither player has a heart, of course.
Well, again, Tom checks. Both players have black cards. Now, what Freddie's wondering is, does Tom have a heart in his hand? If not, maybe I can take this pot away from him. He's going to bet 150,000. Tom lays his hand down, and what a smart bet that was by Freddy Deeb with a pot that had nearly $500,000 in it. He tested the water to see if his opponent had a heart. He didn't, and Freddy Deeb picks up that pot by making a great bet.
3 players remain. We're coming back. Who's going to take down this title? We'll know soon here on the World Poker Tour. Freddy Deeb's our chip leader with close to $4.5 million in chips.
Yep, the Danny DeVito look-alike well out in front right now. And he is looking to cross that finish line, not only to take down his 2nd WPT title, but also because 50% of whatever he wins is going to the Vine Group charity.
Action goes to the actor Nicholas Gonzalez. He's played very, very well here so far tonight. He goes out. Now Tom Hall has a pair of 9s.
Oh, that's a big hand in the small blind
Raise
versus
to
the big
250.
blind, and Tom is going to raise it. Makes it 250,000 to go. Well, Freddie's been on a little roll here lately. He's got the chip lead. He's got position on Tom, so he's going to make the call here with just a 7-5. Oh, and the flop comes Jack 10-5 with 3 hearts. Tom checks 2 9s, and Freddie checks the pair in the flush draw.
Yeah.
Deuce of clubs on the turn. Tom out in front with the 2 9s. Again checks, and Freddie checks right behind him. The deuce of hearts comes off.
Oh, boy.
4 hearts out there. Freddie has made a flush. Tom has checked.
Small flush.
Well, Freddie's going to check it down. He's going to win this pot with a flush, and Vince, you can sense the frustration on the part of Tom Hall now. He disgustingly turns up his 2 9s.
Yeah, he just let that hand get away from him. Just didn't do anything with it. Backfires.
Yeah, Freddie probably would have called him with a pair in the flush draw maybe, but maybe not. One thing's for sure, there's a saying in poker, if you give a guy enough free cards, sooner or later, he's going to catch one that's going to beat you.
Well, it's a good lesson to the amateurs out there that are just learning the game. You know, on the river, even though you make the flush, why bet if you're not going to be called? You only get called if you get beat. Therefore, Freddy Deeb doesn't even think about betting, so you just check it down, take the money. Easy lesson.
Well, also, you open the possibility of your opponent check raising you out of the pot with your flush. The guy comes over the top for a big bet. Very difficult to call when the board is paired and there's 4 hearts out there and all you have is a 7 of hearts. So I like the check down by Freddie there. He takes down the pot.
Okay, to the next hand, Tom Hall quickly folding. Now Freddy Deeb with an ace-5.
250.
He's going to make it 250,000 to go. And Nicholas has to eject his hand. 10-6, not good enough. So Freddy Deeb taking 2 in a row.
And Vance, what's ironic about those flushes that Freddie made there that last time when there was 4 hearts on the board before? When he didn't have the flush, he bet at it. He won the pot. This time he had the flush, he didn't.
Now look at this. Tom Hall has gone to the rail to his buddies.
That's a lot of poker intelligence assembled right there, Vance. I can tell you that.
Okay. Like the stab at the pot.
Hey, boys, what's the advice now?
Some of the big names of the game, and Freddie mocking his friends. See, they're coaching him right along.
Hey, just let one of them come and play. They can take turns, half an hour each. Can they? They can come in half an hour each.
And I can tell you one thing, folks. Freddy Deeb has never been afraid to play anybody on the green felt.
Half an hour each, boys.
He's played high-stakes poker for a long time.
I can sit down?
Half an hour each.
He's not afraid of any of those WPT champs. And those guys are all WPT champions. J.C. Tran, Nam Lee, Chino Ream, Michael the Grinder Mizrachi.
The only reason I'm saying that because the floorman will object.
It is a free-for-all here at the Commerce Casino.
We'll be over in half an hour.
You're right about that one. It'll be over in half an hour.
All the big names helping out their buddy Tom Hall. Will it work? All right, back to the next hand. Action's going to Freddie.
Well, everybody having fun here. Freddie Deeb having the most fun right now.
Freddie quickly folded his Jack-6, and now Nicholas Gonzalez with ace-queen. He says all in, and Tom Hall will go out. So he's going to pick up the blinds.
So the actor, Nicholas Gonzalez, taking down that pot with the all-in bet.
But we're trying to get some TV time.
Nick's got plenty of TV time. He doesn't need it.
Freddie a little distracted
Right? I
there.
just want the money. These guys keep talking about TV
He
time.
likes this better than acting.
Well, everybody jovial, having a good time here.
Starting to have some fun again at the Commerce Casino. We're coming back as 3 players remain here on the World Poker Tour.
Online tournament fees can add up quickly. Breaking news. Every tournament is rake-free for the month of April on WPT Global.
Huh. Where?
On WPT Global.
Why?
We are crazy. Sign up by clicking the link in the description and play tournaments with no fees at WPT Global. Use bonus code YT53 and we will match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
No rake. No fees. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. We're back at the Commerce Casino in Los Angeles. 3 players remain going after this title here tonight.
Our current chip leader is WPT champ Freddy Deeb. He's got about 4.8 million in chips. Tom Hall in second place with 1.8 million, and actor Nicholas Gonzalez in third place right now with 1.3 million.
To the
Yeah?
felt we go.
No, you're not shaking.
Nicholas
I mean, you're
Gonzalez
shaking, yes.
with the button, first to act. Let's take a peek at his cards.
You never know how to answer you, Fred.
Not too much. A queen deuce. He quickly folds.
It's okay,
Tom
you can
out.
try.
Well, Tom goes
You're
out
doing
as
good.
well, so Freddy Deeb gets what we call a ground skinner, where everybody folds to the big blind. And you're the chip leader, you get more ground skinners than most, because people don't want to tangle with you.
Didn't have to work right there. Next hand, Tom has a queen jack, and he's first to act. Line's still 50 and 100,000.
And he's going to come in for a raise here. Looks like 200,000 is the bet.
Yep. And now Freddy Deeb with the
I'm on
mid
it.
pair. Pair of 7 says all in. Going to put pressure on. And Nicholas with a lousy 9-6 goes out.
I call.
Wow, a daring call by Tom Hall here. He's called with just a queen and a jack. I mean, you can't figure that hand would be the best hand, and he put in another 1.6 million, but as the cards lie, it's a race situation. The 2 over cards versus the under pair. And whoever wins this pot will be the big chip leader at this final table.
There's my brother Jimmy Van Patten, actor and a good poker player.
Yeah, he played this tournament like we did, Vince. He's on the rail, just like us.
Yep. Runs in the family. Here comes the flop.
7 in the window.
Oh, it's come queen 7-5. Tom Hall is going to have to catch 2 running cards to win this pot. Got to come queen jack, jack jack, or queen 5. Otherwise, he's going to be out in 3rd place.
Just a big flop for Freddy Deeb. Turn card coming up.
Well, if 5 comes off, it's not over. Tom Hall can win this pot if a queen comes
We don't
off.
want no 5.
Freddy Deeb has 7s full of 5s, but Tom can win the pot if a queen comes off.
Tom Hall, founder of the Asian Poker Tour, in a lot of trouble.
Yep, a deuce comes off. So that's going to do it. From the businessman from Hong Kong, Tom Hall, out in 3rd place.
It was a big effort for Tom Hall. He'll pick up some money.
Man, your heads up, buddy.
These 7s love you tonight.
But right now, we are down to 2 players.
Thank you, thank you.
We got Freddy Deeb, a champion of the WPT, going after his 2nd title, up against an actor, Nicholas Gonzalez. Mike, what do you think?
Well, Vince, it's a David and Goliath scenario here. One of the best poker players in the world, WPT champ Freddy Deeb, has 6,850,000. The actor, Nicholas Gonzalez, is starting out with only 1,250,000. Let's see if the amateur, the actor, can overtake the top pro and take down this title.
Okay, you said David and Goliath, but I'm just not sure that I can call Freddy Deeb Goliath in this situation.
He's a Goliath on the green felt.
That is true. All right, we are going to the felt.
You want to make a deal, Fred?
Yeah, I'll make a deal with you. I'll take 1st and you take 2nd. Good luck, man.
Well, could a dream come true for Nicholas Gonzalez to take down a WPT title, or will Freddy Deeb capture a 2nd WPT title tonight?
All right, cards have been dealt, and Nicholas Gonzalez with an ace-6 on the very first hand.
Well, an ace high is a big hand in a heads-up situation. So let's see how Nicholas is going to play this.
How much you got, Freddie?
About 1.2 million. No.
Can you count it down?
No, you want to know? Serious? 1, 2.
This is a little actor poker humor.
I don't know, you bluffed me.
Certainly Nicholas is going to play this hand.
All in.
Well, he is going all in.
Oh, boy! Woo! Woo-hoo!
Freddie looks down at a pair of 8s.
Yeah.
I call.
And Freddy Deeb has made the call. So here it is, hand number 1. It could be over. Well, we have a chance to tie an all-time record on the World Poker Tour. The heads-up battle getting over in 1 hand. If Freddy Deeb wins this pot, he'll be our champion. Nicholas Gonzalez right now going to have to get lucky to stay alive in this battle. He's got the ace-6, Freddy with the 2 8s.
Can the actor get lucky on this flop, hit the ace? He would just love that. He'd love to double up. Here we go with the first 3.
Well, it's come Jack 7-3.
Nicholas not hitting there.
No, Freddie's still out in front with the 2 8s. For Nicholas to win this pot, he's going to have to catch an ace, 2 running 6s.
Well, he got a 6 there on the turn.
2 cards to make a straight or a flush, but a 6 comes on the turn. We are down to the river. Nicholas Gonzalez must catch an ace or a 6 on the river to stay alive in this tournament. Otherwise, Freddy Deeb will become our champion.
But it's the king
on
of
the river.
spades.
Well, there you have it. Freddy Deeb has captured his second World Poker Tour title.
Good playing, man.
You and your pairs.
Good playing. Why waste time, right?
And half of his money will go to the Vine Group charity.
Freddy Deeb, always a gentleman, giving half of this away to charity.
What a great night.